Good Friday morning. Little pile of beans. See a few beans scattered on the cement. Apparently, they were starting to come out up there because no spinner inside the bins are perfect to make it completely level all the way around. But when we got home last night, 9:30, unloading the last trucks, I climbed up the bean bin here and looked, and it was like within 6 inches of the top on this side. So yeah, we're full. And the wet bin still has beans in it. How much? I'm not exactly sure. I haven't climbed up and knocked on the side. But knocking here, yeah, beans in there. And we're down to 122 acres. I think we have left. Yeah, around there. A little over 120 acres. So I need to move some beans, which I've called the guy this morning and told him. Because the pile in there is also heaped up because I went up and looked. So, but I also called another outlet, and I gotta check my propane level. Beans have dropped dramatically because of, the hauling costs. So I sold another 2,400 bushel. I should have them come and top that off, which is 2 loads here. They get about 1,200 bushel in a truck. I still got decent money for them. I got $11.25 a bushel, but with the extra hauling costs, damn bugs, it about $1 less than I had some other ones contracted for this fall. Oh, the mosquitoes are horrible too. God, we need a frost to kill the beans and kill the goddamn mosquitoes. But here's my problem, okay? Us farmers, we're on the bottom of the totem pole. Prices go up, so everybody else has got to make theirs so that they can, not lose anything, which I get it, don't get me wrong, but why can't we all, share in the love a little? Because without us at the bottom of the totem pole, the rest of you above us, you don't have a job. I mean, I was never a huge fan of George W. Bush because, well, he was kind of an idiot, but what was the choice? Him or Al Gore or then John Kerry? It's kind of obvious who the choice was then. But the one statement he ever made, and I think I've said this before, that I agreed with, was 1 out of every 5 jobs in America is somehow agriculture related, because it's not just us. You got to figure the whole supply chain, fertilizer, seed, science, just everything. So, but yet we're the ones that get the brunt of it all. I mean, I'm still making money on those beans, don't get me wrong, at $11.25 a bushel, but that's $1 less than what I had some contracted for. So, and it's not because of, there's an overproduction out there. Yes, our beans are doing fantastic. That's why we're full. We need to get rid of more than normal. But there's places where crops sucked this year, so it all evens out. But now they're talking, fertilizer is going to be double and all this, and China's effing up everything. Well, guess what, suburban housewives, male and female? If the mean tweeter was still in office, this country and this world wouldn't be as effed up as it is right now. Because that's what happens when you actually have a businessman running things. Scares the shit out of me running John Deere equipment now. Did you see 10,000 John Deere employees have gone on strike because they didn't want to accept the 6% pay increase? That's a pretty damn good pay increase. But part of me doesn't blame them. You know why? Because the CEO of John Deere got a 100% pay increase. I mean, what does that asshole do to deserve a 100% pay increase? It's crazy, but I don't know. I'm going to try and figure out what I got left in there. Maybe I can get the spinner to face this side of the bin and turn it off and just let them fall and run onto this side and fill up that 6 inches. I don't know, to get enough room to have the wet bin empty. As you can tell, we're done with beans for 2 or 3, 4 or 5 days. However, it's supposed to rain today, tomorrow, Sunday, possibly Monday. Yeah, great. So we probably will be either switching back to corn or waiting it out till we can get back onto beans. I'd like to say 120 acres. Oh, we whipped that off in 2 days. But as slow as it's going, not being able to start till middle of the afternoon because they're tough, and then having to quit shortly after dark. I mean, I was crawling last night to finish because they were just growling through the machine. But I did get 5 or 6 minutes of drone footage because I had Chelsea's friend who's a boy come over, and we put it on the roof of the combine, flew it off. He sat in the buddy seat and filmed. So that'll be in this video somewhere. So, all right, we'll see what else we get. Hey, look, it's the old timer supervisor. All right, I climbed up and banged on the side, about 1.5 rings up. So I started this. I turned off the spinner for bin number 3, and I turned that on, which allows it to still go through the system. But I've got the spinner facing, I went up and looked, I got it facing this way, like towards that stand, try and fill in some spots. Then I'll just have to flick it, try and get it back around over here, which means running up and down the bin numerous times, because I don't want it facing the other way, because that'll be facing the side that's right level to where the roof meets the top of the bin sheet. I'm just going to fill in what I can, hopefully get that empty, so that if we do switch back to corn, I don't know what we're going to do, but that's my plan. Try and get the wet bin empty. Of course, then I got to remember there's close to 10 ton in the dryer that's got to come out if I do switch back to corn. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Look, there's the wife bringing the tractor and the cart home from that farm we just finished last night. I got the combine home, we got the head home. She'll park that under the corn crib for God knows how many days now from the looks of the weather. The supervisor, he's over there chilling. He's still with us. Rough, but he's still with us. Got the combine in here. I know it's dark and I'm not turning the lights on. I already shut the back door. Grain head is back there. We got that backed in. Got a little maintenance to do to that. A couple guards broke. A couple knives that are, the points were broke off them. They were still cutting, but that's those tough ass beans. The idler that's been off forever since like day 2 of harvest. There's the box with all the really expensive $680 some plus shipping's worth of bearings and seals and parts. Colin said he was going to come over tomorrow so we can tackle that project. So now Barb and I basically will spend the next however many, shouldn't take long, there's only 1.5 rings, checking the bin, trying to move the spinner, see if we can get that off, because next week they only show like Tuesday and Wednesday being good. Chances are the beans will not be dry, so we'll probably be going back to corn. It's crazy. Yields are great, which is making things go slower. The movement of shit is horrible, trying to get shit out, and the weather is just ugh. Anyways, I'll film a little of probably fixing this. Like I told you before, throw the drone footage on it, and that'll probably be this video. Well, it's a Saturday morning, as you can see by the floor there, and I got the doors shut. It's raining. Supervisor's chilling on his bed. I just went back there, did some maintenance on the grain head. Well, right here I got three guards and a couple of knives. They were still cutting because they weren't completely broke off, but today's a good day to do it. Colin texted me and said, whoops, where am I holding you? Said he'd be here tomorrow to mess with that track idler rather than today. I'm gonna go out and throw these on my scrap pile. It started raining last night and it pretty much hasn't stopped. It's down to a light rain now, but Holy shit, I haven't checked the rain gauge, but I got a feeling it's quite a bit. It was just a running down the driveway here earlier. I can see water, you probably can't, across the road, kind of running down through the cut bean rows, but it's wet. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing, hang on, you got water on you now. I don't think we'll be doing beans anytime soon here. So that last 122 acres or whatever it is, yeah, I think we'll be switching back to corn, because it's gonna have to be good weather for a good 3 days before they'll dry up from the swelling they're gonna take from this. So hopefully tomorrow Colin shows up, we get that. I gotta do a dumpster run here sometime when it stops running. My garbage cans are getting full. Clean this shithole up a little bit, and then we get that done. I guess we'll be, well, I still gotta drain the rest of the wet bin because it's still got the beans in it. Sometime they're gonna get 2 loads of beans, but obviously not in this weather. And then I guess we'll switch to corn. Well, Sunday morning, wind is whipping. I hope Buddy realizes it's starting to rain, seeing he's laying out there waiting for Colin to work on this idler wheel on the track. He was just out doing some stuff with the dryer, and then it started raining again. I dumped 2 inches out of the rain gauge this morning from basically Friday night and all day yesterday. So yeah, supposed to be good Monday afternoon through Wednesday at least, so maybe Tuesday back to corn, because shit, the beans that were, you know, on the ground out there around the dryer that, from when we had our whoopsie, they were yeah, 3 times the size they're supposed to be, because that's what rain does to them. So that's what they'll look like in the field too. I knew we weren't going to get through fall without getting this shit anyhow, so. Update. It's about 2:20. I'd say we've had at least another ½ an inch of rain to go with the 2 inches that we've already had. Oh, hey, and Colin's here now. Yay. Because he had other jobs that he was off to, so now maybe we'll get a little footage of this, and be nice if we could open the door back up, but it just keeps on training. It's just right over us. It'll let up for a minute, then it'll start right back up. So this is all the hub assembly, the parts and shit that we got to put in. We got some of the old races and shit knocked out. Colin's now trying to get some burrs out of there. We have all the new parts lined up on his sophisticated toolbox. Mobile toolbox, right? And of course, and it's dark down here. We'll worry about that when we get a light. I have to clean the shaft up down there. Alright, got the 2 races in, this one and the one on the inside. I don't know how well this will work to be able to see, but kind of dark under here, but he's getting old parts off the shaft. So how does that one big piece come off? It's just supposed
this one here?
Yeah.
Might have to either beat it from the other side or just cut it. There's one of your bearing.
Yeah, of course, doesn't help that, you know, obviously we've been running it, so it's been running through the mud, but he needed to go. And that guy said it was okay to run it. So now he's dealing with the mud. And of course we noticed that the book that we got with it that I was showing you, this was the assembly. I said, yeah, well, all of this in the book is what's probably in all of the rest of the idlers and whatnot. But what they send is like an updated version that's in this little pamphlet that they send. So basically a lot of this shit is, that's that thing on the inside, that's normal. But some of this shit here is different to put it together than what that is. So that always updates stuff. Makes life easier. Monday morning, finally stopped raining. Windy, that actually helps. Damn cold though. It's only supposed to be a high of like 49, and tomorrow and Tuesday, Wednesday, supposed to be in the mid 60s, and then rain again Thursday. Just come over from the bar, and I think Buddy made it to the corn crib and must have laid down. He's not coming. But anyways, we got parts laying all over the place. We gave up yesterday afternoon. We got the new races in there. The bearings are ready to be set in. Everything, basically everything's ready to be, you know, put together with that idler. But there's this, I don't know what you want to call it, but I call it like a backing plate, that black thing there. That's got to slide all the way in that shaft, and we are having one hell of a time. You can see I got this piece of downspout from a, you know, extra laying around from a grain bin. We got some blocks under there. We were trying to beat on it with a maul and stuff. We basically quit yesterday. Colin's supposed to come back later. We tried putting a bottle jack, 30-ton jack from the press. But of course, you lay a bottle jack sideways, it doesn't pump, you know. So that idea was a good idea, but sucked because it didn't work. He's gonna get us pipe made that'll fit on that, that'll be more sturdy than that pipe. He's gonna bring back a Porta Power. We can get that backing plate on there. We're in business, but so I gotta load a couple loads of beans out so I can get the rest of the wet bin emptied out and dried, empty the dryer. We're switching back to corn because holy shit, 2.8 inches of rain. Yeah, and chance of rain Thursday. We won't be doing any beans around here for a while. So that last 122 acres or so of beans is gonna have to wait. So I'll probably just on the next video, you know, show that this is all back together, whatnot. Maybe I'll show it at the end of this video. I don't know. We'll see what happens later when Colin shows up. But I'll have Barb throw the drone footage on, and we'll go from there and see what's in the next one.